I think it's time we address the door seal issue. Alright, sorry about the wind and noise. We're at Shark Fest, where there are many sharks and other related things. But I drove all the way here, 7 hours, with a very, very noisy. I didn't realize actually this much had fallen off. So, just real quick, I'm going to go ahead and install this. There's lots of aftermarket door seals. So I've noticed this one doesn't have the fuzzy whatever here that the BMW original one has. Of course, it also has structure. So the instructions say start here. I'm going to do this off camera so I don't completely annoy you, and I'm solo for this. But I'm going to have a shot at it. Let's see how it works. Alright, just pulled, back a little bit. Alright, so I just pulled everything off to get to the door seal, and apparently you just have to kind of pop that off slowly and probably more gently than I'm doing it from the door base, so you can get the rest of that out. Let's get to it. Say, as I was getting it out, I had to really kind of jam it up in here at a pretty good little angle to get it off. And I'm expecting I'm going to have to replicate that to get it back on. So this is kind of maybe the ideal, I'm hoping anyway. I'd really like to not remove these and have to figure out how to pop it back in. I don't know. I'm going to try the slide first, and then if not, I brought a handy tool for these. Maybe the slide is silly. I don't know. Let's see what we get. So as a note, in the track, these are aligned in this track. These are aligned horizontally. In other words, not like that, but like this. So I'm going to try to slide it back on, and if not, I guess I'll just pop all the clips and line it up and pop it in there. That actually might be easier, but I've never been accused of doing it the easy way. Well, that worked as well as I hoped it would. Better than I thought it would. So that's slowed in. I'm going to just align these three and snap those puppies back in, I hope. Look at that line. Alright, so I got the first one. These two further down are not reacting to gravity, so I'm going to persuade them gently, and I do mean gently. I know this looks like a big old meaty thing, and it kind of is, but I'm going to gently tap, I swear. Well, and that worked great. So you can see you've got some play here, which is fine. But get it back to where it's snug. That looks all good. Actually, might have a couple back here I need to redo. Oh well. Let's try all that again, maybe. Or maybe not. To try to have another run at sliding these in on the track, I'm gonna have to pull this forward again. Maybe pop it out of these again. Oh no. Shoot. But I'm gonna try to do this as cleanly as I can, because I really don't want to remove the whole thing. But I'm gonna get that little piece of body panel out of the way so I can not destroy everything on the way. Sorry. Alright, I was able to use that tool to pop just this one out, and that gave me enough run that I can expose these two and hopefully get them back on the track. This one and this one. So if you were smarter than I was and took pictures or something beforehand, the sill plate definitely tucks up under here, so it leaves some rubber exposed for the door seal, which I figured, but verified on the other side. And then just don't flip it around, do it how it's going to go down. Some of these are on sliders too, so line them up and get it down. And done. Now, what I was doing was, as I was going along here, I would kind of come in this way at the very bottom of the clips and sort of push them in the hole as I went along. Helped guide them in, and there really is some resistance from the angle. But now that it's in, actually, let's see how it closes. If it feels any less bouncy. No. Did I do something wrong? Yeah, just do it like a man. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna do the other side. I probably won't do it on camera just because I'm not sure that anything more than the description I gave is useful. In other words, start up here, work your way out, then work your way down. Then we kind of went all the way around the rest and brought it to meet, then clipped, and like I said, leave a little bubble here and sort of work toward, and then go back around this guy. But I'll do a follow-up at some point to see. Oh, that's already better. Okay, so if this breaks in a little, I expect it will. It's definitely a little more mechanical. I think that's a slightly thicker gasket, but that doesn't hurt my feelings. And I like having a complete car. So anyway, that's it for the door seal install. If you want to see the other door seal done, I will be doing it sooner than later. Comment below. Watch my struggles. I don't know. But in the meantime, see ya.